How is everybody doing? Here we have a pretest, our first pretest 1A. So listen, this is the thing that's really important for you to remember. I honestly believe, and maybe I'm off by one question, but I honestly believe every single question on your test is reflected by material that's on this pretest. Now, in some cases, I do everything and I just change a number or two in the problem or a word. And in other cases, there's a bigger change than that. But I really believe that performance is a function of preparation. That's a critical thing in everything that you do, whether it be as a musician, whether it be as a coach with a team, or whether it be as a teacher with a class, or for you personally when you're walking into a job interview, or you have a performance to do in class when you need to make sure you have all of your work done. Performance is not a function of intellect. It is a function of your preparation. So I like to give students a lot to prepare for. So you're going to get two pretests for this test. And you'll notice the pretests are very similar. That's because I assume that when you do this pretest 1A, there's going to be a handful of questions that you might not have down pat right away before you walk into the test. And I want you to get to see a second question like that. And then you go over and make sure that you're thoroughly prepared for this kind of work. Also want to remind you that if you feel that you can't do certain questions on this and you talk to your classmates about it and you want to reach out for office hours, you just have to make sure that you send me an email ahead of time so that I can plan on your attending. Otherwise, as far as I'm concerned, nobody's going to office hours. So the beginning of the test or the pretest has some sample questions that come from the praxis. And one of the things I thought it was so important for you to realize is that you should never, ever, ever miss a question of any type. It can be a linear question like this. This one's a little bit trickier. It can be a quadratic, a cubic, as long as they give you choices, because you just need to check the choices. Or you can know how to actually do it. So on this particular one, we have an equation, letters on one side, numbers on the other, and the danger part of this question is that the x is negative. Specifically, it's negative 3x. This 10 is a positive. The negative sign has nothing to do with the 10. So I do the opposite of plus 10, which is minus 10. Remember, it's negative 3x here. I divide both sides by negative 3. 6 divided by negative 3 is negative 2. And if you were to check all four choices, the only choice that would check is choice D. Number 2, find the probability of A or B. So I circled all the regions of the spinner that had an A or a B on it, and there were 5 such regions. So that probability is 5 out of 8. Remember, or you add them up. It could be an A or it could be a B. So C, that's not an A or a B, so that doesn't work. But this works, all the A's, all the B's work. Find the area. Real simple question. Area is length times width, so 4 feet times 6 feet is 24 feet squared. We do such a simple question because we'll build on it in the test. You do not have anything this easy on the test. All right, number 4, on a map, the distance between a baseball field and the beach is 3 inches. In reality, the distance is 3.5 miles, which is the best choice for the scale and the distance. Now look, if you look at the scale on certain maps, they'll tell you something like 1 inch equals 5 miles. But we're not making it that easy on you. We want to go inches to inches. So I need to convert that 3.5 miles into inches. And that'll be the choice you're looking for on the test. So 3.5 miles times 5,280 feet per mile times 12 inches in a foot. And then it sets up my cancellations where the miles go die and the feet go die. So all you're left with is inches. And 3.5 times 5,280 times 12 is 221,760 inches. But don't forget, I want 1 inch. This was for 3 inches equaling 3.5 miles. We have to do a correction here. Ding, 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 ding. Danger. I am going to put out a correction. Let me put this down here. Number 4 needs correction. I should have divided by 3. Oh, no. Oh, the reality is 3.5 inches. It's 3.5 miles, but it's 3 inches. Yeah, I divided by 3.5. I should have divided by 3. So let me correct that right now. I will do so. We get 221,760 divided not by 3.5, it should be by 3.0, and the answer should be 73,920. And I will correct that on Moodle so that you don't have a problem with it. Once again, number 4, the correct answer is 73,920. Number 5, the house sells for $370,000 and only $7,000 was paid for it. So the absolute change is $363,000 when you subtract them. Similarly, here's a different house, happens to have the same numbers. Oh, how'd that work out? But you have to divide by the original price, the reference value, the one you started with. And when you do that, you get 51.857, but we want that as a percent, so you have to move 2 places to the right. So that's 5,185.7%. As much as that seems like, how often do you get percents that big? Well, it went from 7,000 to 363,000, so that's an astronomical jump, hence the astronomical percent. Number 7, going into a wrestling season, Adam weighed 192 pounds. After practicing for a month, Adam weighed 177 pounds. What's his absolute change? Well, he's gone down 15 pounds. So 177 minus 192. Okay. Going into that same season, same situation, what's his relative weight change? Well, now we've got to divide by that original 192 pounds that he started the season weighing at, and that's down or negative 7.8%. Number 9 is a question that, if you remember, we talked about how the whole cost of the item is 100%. And if you're going to take off 35%, it's 100% minus 35%. And 100% minus 35% means you're paying 65% of that original price. Okay? Number 10. You want to convert 75 kilometers per hour into miles per hour. So the conversion factor is that 1 kilometer is 0.6214 miles. So if I do 75 kilometers times 0.6214 miles per kilometer, notice the kilometers go die. That's really good because the only thing left is miles, and that's what you want the answer to be in. So that becomes 46.6, and I should have said miles per hour there, not just miles. The whole problem should have had miles per hour attached to it. No, and in multiple choice, you would see it there. In fact, I think in multiple choice, we just give you the 46.6. Every question on the test is multiple choice. So, number 11, Johnny works at a car dealership. That dealership sold 583 cars in the last 6 months. Johnny sold 23 of them. What percent did Johnny sell? Well, there's that percent proportion time. Percent over 100 equals the part over the whole. I don't know what the percent is. I'm looking for it. So it's n over 100 equals the part that Johnny sold is 23 out of the whole number of cars sold, which is 583. Do a little cross multiplication here. 583 times n is 583n. 23 times 100 is 2300. Divide both by 583 and you get 3.9%. Okay, next up, conversion factors. For the conversion factors, let's do dollars and yen. So if this is the factors, ready? There are $0.008482 per yen, and there are 117.9 yen per dollar. If necessary, round your answer to the nearest tenth. How many dollars are in 53,808 yen? So I put 53. I wrote 803 here. It should be 808, but I can tell you that I did 808 in the calculator, so the answer is going to be correct, I think. And then $0.008482 per yen. And again, I'm looking for those yens to cancel out and only leave me with dollars. I'm just going to confirm here that I did it right, because I remember typing in 808. So I'm redoing it real quick. 53,808. I typed in the wrong number. Times 0.008482. Yes, the answer is correct. It is 456.4. So I wrote 803 here, but in the calculator I wrote 808. So just the work should show 808. How many yen are in $347? Well, now I want yen per dollar because I want the dollars to cancel out and only be left with the yen. So $347 times 117.9 yen per dollars is 40,911.3. Okay, I'll make another video for the second half of the pretest.